thought we played well the first half, created a lot of chances. Should have took 2 or 3 of them. I think you know with football, you know what's coming, don't you? You don't take their chances. They went up the pitch once in the first half and they scored a goal. It looked like we struggled to put the ball in the net. And we made changes at half time because we're always going to do that. And I don't think we were as strong in the second half. Of course they go 2 up and it was a bit of a mountain to climb, but they did climb it. The centre forward Harry scored a couple of good goals. Stuck at it, worked hard, got 2 good finishes, left foot, right foot. So yeah, good workout for a lot of the players. Unfortunately we've picked up a couple of knocks, but there you go.
How bad were they?
Yeah, looks like Sean will be out, which was a bit of a blow for us. He's got a knock to the back, so he come off and struggling, you know what I mean, so he's struggling for the game, struggling for Saturday.
Right. Looking to that game, what are your thoughts going into that?
Yeah, it's a big game for us, isn't it? It's a big game for the 2 teams. We're cut adrift at the bottom of the league, both us, so really this is a big one. 6-pointer. And it can really tag you onto the other teams if you get the victory. If you don't, then you're cut adrift a little bit, aren't you? So it's a massive game for us, for both teams.
Do you know much about the lineup at this stage in terms of any changes?
Yeah, we'll be struggling with a couple of. We'll have to make a couple of changes. We've also got a centre back who's at the moment struggling. He's got an infection in his eye, unfortunately. So he's up against it, and obviously Sean would be coming in. I was going to start him, so he looks like he's not available. Got a knock to the goalkeeper as well, and 1 or 2 others really.
You've obviously put a lot of thought into new additions and so on. Can you enlighten us in terms of any other newcomers we might see in the next week or 2? Yeah,
we're always out looking. Obviously we made David our first signing. A lot of experience. Done my homework on him. I spoke to a couple of people at St Johnstone. All spoke very highly of him. So he's coming. He did well, trained well. We played him in a bounce game against Ross County last week. He scored. Played well, and I thought he did well enough last night as well. So he'll be a good addition to us. Emmanuel Thomas, Jet we call him. So he's in. Big lad, got a good pedigree, come through Arsenal when he's a youth. He's been about a bit, but he's a good big striker. His fitness is not quite there yet, but we're working on that. But it'd be a view to get him a contract if he shapes up.
As far as David goes, you know, he's vastly experienced. He's got international experience. He's won 3 cups in Scotland. You know, is that just what you need, that little bit in the final third, a wee bit of wisdom and guile?
Yes, well, we're definitely good players, don't we?
Yeah.
So, and you don't get many players like David that are available. We're aware of his availability, obviously, and we're made up to bring him in. But we wanted to make sure I had a look at him as well, because I hadn't really seen much of him, to be honest. Yeah. But the staff were singing his praises, you know. And he's a good fella, and he's a good lad, and that's what we want when about us. He's going to help the group. As you say, he's got experience. He's a winner. He's won trophies. So yes, I think it's going to be a good addition. He'll get fitter and fitter. He's not played a lot of football. We played him in the bounce game, as I said, against Ross County, which he scored. He played last night another 45, which he nearly scored. So he's definitely got a bit of quality about him.
Yeah. And
I think that will definitely help us going forward.
Yeah. So can I ask, you mentioned about centre half. Can you say who it is that's had the eye issue?
Morgan. Morgan, and to be fair, looks really bad.
Oh,
He's seen the specialist. I think he's scraped his cornea or something in his eye, and he's got a really bad infection. So he's really up against it.
And there were really good signs with those 2 in the middle the last couple.
Clean sheet, wasn't it? So and going back to the game last night, Danny Devine has come off with a swollen knee.
All right.
So he was complaining last night of a swollen knee, so he's another one who's going to be up against it. So we're struggling a wee bit in the centre back position.
Yeah.
And consider it as a first clean sheet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it happens in football, doesn't it? It just happens, seems to happen all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You mentioned the goalkeeper. Is it Cammy or Mark that's struggling for the weekend?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, both of them have got knocks.
Oh, I know.
But Mark's probably the main worry. But I think the both of them will be alright, to be honest, yeah. But they're carrying a bit of knocks.
Mm-hmm.
And just on David as well, you know, you always kind of gauge fans' reactions to signings, and that's one. The punters were delighted that Cali Thistle got him. St Johnstone fans were
Right, keep listening to the fans then.
yeah.
But no, it's good. It's good because fans know a lot about the players, don't they? They watch them, and we think he's got good pedigree. We think he's a proven winner. He's won a lot of trophy, and you know, and it's always good that the fans are on board. I think we've got a quality signing there. I think he's hungry enough. He wants to keep. It's easy to drift out of football, isn't it? You're easy forgot about very quickly. Before you know it, you're up here, and before you know it, the phone never rings. So I'm glad we've got him back into football because he's a quality player, and I'm sure he'll do very well for us.
And Capital was one of those kind of venues. I was just saying to David that, you know, you do need to roll your sleeves up, but hopefully your quality will shine through as well against the Morton side.
Yes, they're up against it as well. They've been struggling to get results. I know they've got a draw out, they've got a clean sheet in their last match. So yeah, it's going to be a tough match. Look, there's no easy games, and obviously going there, it's going to be a difficult ground, but we're looking to win. But yes, it's going to be a real tough game for us, but we're looking to win.
Big Harry am I right saying he got a couple
goals
last night? Is he a work in progress? You know, because when I saw him, I thought he's got something about him, but he's a bit raw still. You know.
That's correct. I mean, look, we're putting him on, aren't we? We put him on last week. We'll keep putting him on. He's on the bench at the moment. We'll keep using him. He scored 2 lovely goals last night. Really crackers. And he kept on putting himself in there to get his chances. He could have more goals. He's a big lad. He can run. You know, he's left-footed. You know, he looks a handful. Didn't he? You wouldn't like to play against him, would you? And he's just learning what he's good at. You know what I mean? These big guys normally take a wee bit of time. They take a wee bit of time to fill into their body, to learn the game. It's no easy playing your back to the goal, but he can actually run away as well, which is good. He's got a bit of everything. I think he's got to keep on working on his head and then his finishing, but it'll come with experience and more practice. But no, he's one to watch, isn't he?
He probably feels quite lucky though, having someone that's played in the same position as him, and
I suppose.
A big lad as well.
Yeah, I'm getting bigger, by the way. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for that. No, yeah. Look, obviously I've been a centre forward as well, a big target man. You know what I mean? So I know the game inside out. I know the role. And as I said, it takes a wee bit of time. It takes a wee bit of time as you go along in your career. You know, big guys tend to come a bit later. He's a big, strong lad, and you know, we've got high hopes for him.
Aaron Donnan got a knock against Partick. Is he get a chance?
He'll be out for a few months.
Really? Yeah.
He'll be out for a few months. It was a bad one. So yeah, his hamstring. He was doing really well for me. Really like him, and he unfortunately got a bad hamstring injury. So it'll be a few months for him.
He's not got a lot of luck, can he?
No. We're asking the players to work really hard. He is a worker, and I believe he's had a few injury problems. But it happens to the hamstrings. Nobody can seem to get the bottom, do they? Nobody can seem to fix the hamstrings.
Good stuff.